Jai Shri Mataji. Let us all bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Now let us listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
Today, we have to know something about the connection of Sahaja Yoga with this Mother Earth. It is very important that we must understand the value of the Mother Earth. She has been very kind to all of you. She has been sucking your vibrations. She has been, otherwise also, she has given you everything that you see around. So today, we have to understand the connection and the symbolic expression of the Mother Earth within ourselves. I have told you before also that Kundalini, which is in 3.5 coils, is placed within a triangular bone. Now this abode of the Kundalini is called as Muladhara and is represented in the universe as this Mother Earth. Or in the puja, it is represented as the Kumbha. I don't know if you have made the Kumbha or not. Have you? Yes, the Kumbha is sitting there. So far, in the movement of our consciousness, we have been trying to understand the God Almighty and all other 5 elements that we call as important. What is it?
I think the microphone's working
Huh?
now. I think the microphone's working now.
Working. Suddenly. And also, the consciousness has been moving towards the understanding of all the other 4 elements but the Mother Earth. That had to be such, because unless and until the understanding of all these 4 other elements are brought to a certain degree, the Mother Earth cannot express itself. Like if all your chakras, 4 chakras, are caught up, you cannot reach the Kundalini. You cannot give self-realization. You cannot have a mass evolutionary process done. That's why we had yajnas, all other methods of exciting the 4 elements. They worshipped the water, and they worshipped air, the sky, the firmament, the light. And that's how we came up to the time of Christ where light was worshipped. But today, when we are in this modern Sahaja Yoga, we are actually at the level of the Mother Earth, because as they say, is the age of the Aquarius. And Aquarius is the same as the Kumbha, is the Mother Earth. So we are at the level of the Mother Earth. You can also see in the consciousness of human beings. I'm saying not only men, but women also, and men. The consciousness is moving more towards the feminine expression of life. But as stupid as human beings are, the feminists also have been very stupid, that they are fighting on the level of rationality, of economics, of politics, all useless things. Equality on all these things, if they are to be sought, you become men. You just become like men. If you are argumentative, if you are rational, if you talk like men, it's a masculine development. But the mother's development, the feminine development, is not equality in the way the men have been stupid. No use competing with men in their stupidity. The amount of stupidity has been created already for us quite sufficiently. The whole world is expressing that nonsense that they had, the competition, the aggression, the oppression. So the other side of the woman, which was called as the dominated one, the dark side, the oppressed and all that, has to express itself in a different way. The whole mode, the style has to change. See now, in Christianity, one should understand why Christianity, even Judaism, any religion, even Hinduism and all that. But more in Christianity, surprisingly, they just had no place for Mary, and Muslims even crowned it by completely cancelling Fatima. And on top of that, you will see that among Christians, I think that ordination or what you call that is not given to the women, while Christ was not born of a man. But that does not in any way mean that you compete men in their foolish enterprises, by which they have practically brought this world to such a ruinous state. So today we have to understand that it is the time for the motherly qualities to develop. Even a man, when he becomes motherly, only he becomes a great man. Like Christ, when he had compassion, he was called as a great man. So the quality of a woman as a mother, goddess is always as a mother. And she's the power most important to ignite Sahaja Yoga. Now how she ignites, I'll tell you. I'll give an analogy, but analogy should not be carried too far. As wise Sahaja Yogis, you should not carry it too far. Say there's a zero, it has no meaning. In the same way, God Almighty has no meaning till you put some sort of 1 or 2 before it. It's a zero. It has an existence, but it has no capacity or a power to express itself. So it's a zero. Like that, we should say the masculine growth is a zero. Another analogy I'll give you to understand it, that if you see the very high power wires, you see, going over your heads, they are absolutely harmless. There's no trouble. In Delhi, there was a suggestion that there's a very big plot of land available where there are high power wires are going, and we can have it for free. But I asked, what's the problem? They said, only if earth gets connected with that, then you will have problem. So till this high power thing, whatever it is not connected with the earth, it has no meaning at all. But earth is very different from this dynamic power that is flowing through those wires which are zero, which mean nothing. In the same way, in a woman, the womb of a woman is the Kundalini. Now what is a womb? Now, if that is the Kundalini, that expresses the Kundalini in the gross, that means the Mother Earth is also like the womb. Now what does a womb do? It receives the sperm, which is just a frivolous act of man, or you can say just an aggression, and she then nourishes, looks after it, corrects it, and allows it to grow in not an aggressive way, but in a very compassionate and a sensible way, till it is expelled out of the womb when it is grown up. So the idea of womb is that the expression has to be in such a manner that it does not dominate. It does not dominate the embryo. If it dominates, how can it grow? So it nourishes it and makes it grow. This is what today's Sahaja Yoga is. That now the Mother Earth is the one who is symbolized within you as the Muladhara, as symbolized as the Adishakti here, is sitting down before you to nourish you, to make you grow into new personalities, into mature personality. This concept we must understand. So the women of the West must understand that the nonsensical ideas they have taken from men must be completely discarded. They have to become women first. Those women who just start talking like men can never help in Sahaja Yoga. They have to be like this Mother Earth, who allows you to do what you like with her. I mean, you human beings have been so stupid to exploit her to the maximum. Not only that, but also she bears a lot of nonsense upon herself. But then a time reaches where she becomes explosive. Then she starts consuming people inside herself. And when she consumes people, then you see the earthquakes and droughts, this and that, all these things start coming in, and people get engulfed into these problems, which they blame Mother Earth for that. The problems that human beings have created out of aggressive nature, even aggression towards the Mother Earth, they have to pay dividend for that, and they are paying. Now, to stop this kind of a movement of aggressiveness, which brings all kinds of disturbances, one has to recede back and should develop the sense of totality of compassion. Unless and until you understand totality, the total, the complete, the whole, that is the womb. That's your mother. As long as you try to be individualistic, you cannot be a good surgeon. You have to become one with the whole. Now we have to face ourselves for that. Very important it is. Especially in the West, I would say we have to face ourselves very clearly. What are we up to? That's a very important thing. First of all, let us see where is our attention. Ask a question. We have Sahaja-yogis and Sahaja-yogis within our fold, and I'm sometimes surprised that even now the attention can be very funny. Like simple thing, like we can have attention on material things. This is mine, this is yours. That I should have my privacy. Then you are gone into the another realm of aggressiveness. If you try to have your own privacy, then you are depriving others of their privacy. It was all right when you were not Sahaja-yogis to have your privacy because you had to grow in your privacy at that time. But after Sahaja Yoga, you have to become one with everyone else. That is very important. Before Sahaja Yoga, you were different, and after Sahaja Yoga, you are different people. The whole concept must change after Sahaja Yoga. That now you have become one with the whole, and to feel that you are one with the whole, you should try to give up all your individualistic attitudes. That's very common now to hear, yes, I like this, I like that. It's very common. I like it. Very common. But doesn't behove a Sahaja-yogi to say such a thing. You see, how can I say that I like something? Think of a mother who has to bear the child, who has to give birth to a child, who has to look after the child, the needs of the child, protect the child, train the child. How can she say, I like this and I like that? Where is the time? To think what you like and what you don't like. I like this food, I like that food. Where is the time? Where is the energy left for that? Where is the attention? The attention is on the upbringing of the child. Now, in the same way, A Sahaja Yogi must know that the child within him is born, the spirit. Spirit is the child which has been born within him. Now he has to nourish through the Kundalini. He has to water it. He has to look after it. It has to make it grow. Now where is the time for other nonsensical things? You have a child in hand. You are all mothers. Looking after your child, that's your spirit. So where do you have time for all these things? What attention should be? What can I do to make this child happy? To make this child grow? To make this child completely manifest myself? The mother replaces herself as soon as the child becomes a mature child. So now in you, the motherhood must take over than the fatherhood. Motherhood towards yourself. The attitude should be like a mother towards the child. How her attention is towards the child. We can see in every day-to-day life how we behave. I've seen people very much interested even now in food. I mean, where is the time? Where is the attention? How can you be so much worried about your food, worried about your sleep, worried about your health, worried about this, that? I mean, here you are to worry about your child, which you have got now with you. And that's why the child is neglected. And sometimes you find the child becomes sick or sometimes goes into a coma or may die away also. So the situation is very different now for Sahaja Yogis, how to treat themselves. Those who are running after still food and all these nonsensical things, I mean, I have seen Sahaja Yogis, all their attention is on food all the time. How dedication can come in a person who is so much dedicated to food habits? Like we have seen, you might have also seen, some of you, Ajanta caves were built. In 10 generations they built Ajanta caves. 10 generations. And they built it in a place where there was not even water available to begin with. And day in and day out, thousands of people, without getting any payment, without getting anything, built it. No food, no question. They used to eat some fruit somewhere here, there. But their dedication gave them power to do it. But this dedication can only be developed if you realize that you have to mother your child. Now, if the mother is ugly, the child will be ugly too. Because it is the mother who is expressed in the child. She doesn't dominate the child, all right, but she definitely can corrupt the image of the child. And that's what exactly happens when we, the Sahaja Yogis, are not bothered as to look after our spirit and our spiritual growth. Even now, I will be surprised, 50% people write letters to me. Mother, I am still possessed. I have worked with lemon and chilies. I am coming to you for this and that. It's very low grade business, I think. Even after so many years, if you are possessed, then I think you should beat yourself every day 108 times. It's a very low grade behavior, I personally think, that after your mother has worked so hard with you, still you are just the same, coming back with the horrible idea of bringing all kinds of problems to your mother. That means you are not looking after your child. Now, in Sahaja Yoga, it's not a child which is an individual child you have to look after. This is one should understand. This is where we miss very much, especially by the intellectuals. They think it is their own child which should be all right. Doesn't matter about others' children. Or doesn't matter if you have connection with others or not. It's very common. Because rationality gives them that sense. Oh, my spirits are all right, my vibrations are all right. So it's all right if I do not go to puja, or if I do not go to any collective thing, or if I do not support in any collective work, or if I do not take any responsibility of Sahaja Yoga. Because once you become collective, you take responsibility. So you are over-satisfied with yourself. That is good. That I need not take up any responsibility. All the Sahajogis are bad, or some of them are bad, and nothing to do with them, and this is that and that and that. But in Sahajog, as it is, the motherhood is universal. Because if you are the nose, say, then somebody is the eye. If you are the ears, somebody is the lips. So, it is essential for you to understand that anybody who is a Sahajogi is in trouble, you are in trouble. It's threat to your growth. It is a threat to your growth because it's the whole that is growing. Of course, those who are absolutely useless will be thrown away gradually. That's what mother does. They can be thrown away absolutely so much far away that they will never return. But you don't have to worry about such people. They will be thrown away. They'll be given some chances. Some more credits will be given. Some graces will be given. But ultimately they'll be thrown away. So you don't have to worry. But you must worry about the whole. And you have to take up the responsibility. Those who do not take up the responsibility are not the people who are yet matured. They are child. That's the spirit. Every type of responsibility that you can take, think of what responsibilities you can take. That is why most of us have bad Vishuddhis, because we do not take the responsibilities. And whatever responsibility we do take, we have to be much, much, much more responsible than ordinary government servants are. Sometimes we hear from one ear and throw it away from the same. Don't even allow it to come into the head. So one has to understand that the child is your responsibility. You have to look after the child. And the whole is also your responsibility. Now, how to establish the connection between your spirit, or keep the connection on between the spirit and the womb or the Kundalini, is the biggest problem that we all face. That our connections are very loose, and that's why this Kundalini cannot look after the spirit. I wonder if you have noticed one thing in Sahaja Yoga, that you can maneuver the Kundalini but not the spirit.
Mahamantras. Thank you, Shrimataji, for this beautiful morning meditation. Let us all bow down to Shrimataji Raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. We will continue with our morning meditation tomorrow morning, same time. Jai Shri Mataji.